piggyback, I heard you over here talking about the recent fight. Before we talk about the event while we're here, and Gervonta's fight coming up in Atlanta, that's pretty awesome. But from a businessman point of view, I know a lot of the fans didn't like it, especially boxing purists. Is there ever any circumstances where that would make good business sense to, say, bring fans over to boxing to make them wait in an arena and watch something else?
It's actually one of the most disgusting things I've seen from the business standpoint of making a conscious decision to have the fans wait. It's unheard of. And actually, I had tweeted something that night that would never happen at a Mayweather Showtime event. Never. No one would even come to us and ask us something asinine like that. But again, it's amateur hour at its best.
I don't know, maybe they're trying to get in the Guinness Book of World Records. You know, most people at a fight party or something like that, they could spin it that way.
No, I don't think so. If the fans paid to come see Canelo and the other fighters on the card, not sit there and watch a UFC fight. You know, kudos to Dana and them for allowing the MGM to show it. You know, that was very nice on Richard Stern's part and all the brass at the MGM to allow that to happen. But it's just, you know, again, it's the only comment that I have, that shit would never happen with us.
So now we are heading into November 23rd. I'm missing my daughter's birthday for this fight, the 23rd. Deontay Wilder, looking at his evolution as a fighter, it's amazing to see the way he communicates, the way he connects with the fans. What's been most impressive to you about Deontay's evolution from the very beginnings to now?
He's come into his own. I mean, he's the top dog in the heavyweight division. All roads lead through Deontay Wilder. He's proven that fight after fight. He's must-see TV. He brings nothing but excitement, and that's what the fans want to see. And he single-handedly has put the heavyweight division honestly back on the map, because the heavyweights were kind of like, they were a lost art when Floyd Mayweather was in business. You know, he put the heavyweights out of business. And now that Floyd's retired, Deontay's put the heavyweights back on the map, and you have to commend him for that. You know, he's the reason why that the fans want to see the heavyweights go at it. You know, because again, he brings nothing but excitement, and I think that come next Saturday night, you're going to see another snapshot of his evolution and how much better that he's gotten over the years, and he's really developed his skill set, and I'm really excited to see him go to work next Saturday night.
Behind Wilder and Ruiz, how would you round out the top 5 heavyweights behind those two?
Of course, Anthony Joshua. It's a good question. And Fury, obviously. And then I guess you would say Dylan White. Yeah.
Fights interested in making in the future for Deontay, or is after this fight with Ortiz and then Fury, would the next priority be an Andy Ruiz fight, depending on the outcome of him and Joshua?
Sure. Deontay's sole objective is to clean out the heavyweight division, and you got to respect that. He wants all the smoke. He wants to fight everybody, and I think that, you know, the Joshua Ruiz winner is obviously very appealing. You know, but first things first, he's got his hands full next Saturday night. Because Ortiz, he saw some things in the first fight that he's looking to take advantage of in the rematch. He's very confident. He's in the best shape of his life.
Yeah.
I just saw him again. You know, he's slim and trim and fit. You know, he's had some great sparring for this camp, and he's ready to go to work.
And now moving on, lastly, to Gervonta Davis's big fight coming up in Atlanta. Great move to move it to Atlanta. There's a huge population of people who support him, who follow his career, and just people who want to have some boxing back there. Why the decision for Atlanta, and what do you anticipate for that fight from the fans?
Gervonta's idea. He wanted to bring a big fight back to Atlanta, which is his second home. Atlanta is Black Hollywood. Let's call it what it is. It's a city and all the surrounding areas. You have a number of high-profile celebrities, athletes, entertainers, politicians, just working-class people. I love that city. Love Atlanta. It's one of the top upcoming cities in the country, and we're really excited to bring a huge fight back there on the 28th. It's going to be a packed, sold-out event. It's going to be a star-studded event. I can vision now what that red carpet's going to look like. It's going to be a who's who crowd, you know, from all the top entertainers in the world.
Got the big Tyler Perry Studios down now?
Yes. And again, the amount of calls that I've gotten from the first day that we announced it, it's just been unbelievable. It reminded me of a Mayweather fight. That's exactly what it reminds me of. You know, everybody wants to be in the place to be because it's the hottest ticket in town.
And lastly, we heard Leo say after this fight, is he successful and Jeandra successful with this fight, that he'd like to have that fight with Gervonta Davis. Is that the next move, and could that land in Atlanta?
Wow. I mean, again, you can't do nothing but respect Leo. I mean, that's what he wants to bring excitement to the fans. And that's what every fight you see Leo in is nothing but excitement. And again, he's moving to 130 and he's fighting for the title. Again, and to say that he wants to fight the top dog, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. And again, I know that there's a mutual respect between those two. Leo, he presents problems for any fighter because he's long, he has an excellent jab, everything works behind the stick. He has a tremendous amount of experience. He's been in there with a ton of top fighters. You know, he's had a tremendous amount of success. He's had a big amateur background. And again, he brings a lot to the table. And if he can get past Flores next Saturday night, that's a big fight. That's a big fight if we can make it.
All right, and they cut the lights on. That note, thank you. Always a pleasure, Leonard.
Likewise.